to today's video, everybody. We're back at Sidex Japan here in Kuriyama, Fukushima to give you an update on the S15 and watch Steve work his magic. And man, this is looking so good. Let's show you. It may not look too different from the last time you saw it, but when you start looking at like intricate details, like you can see the turbos bolted in, you can see the manifolds all been wrapped up and that's installed and all marked. And you can start to see over on this side, the power steering is now here, which is insane. It looks like Steve made his own custom bracket to the side of the block there. So the electric power steering is now here in like an OEM position. It clears the throttle body and everything here, which is awesome. Hang on, let's get a good grab on that, make sure it clears. Yeah, it does. Super cool. And he's finished all the intercooler piping so it all lines up. Nice, bro. Dude, you're killing it. I feel bad because for a few days right after we last saw Steve, he was really sick with the flu. Luckily it wasn't COVID. He did the test and it wasn't COVID because then we'd all be screwed. But he had to take a couple days off and recover, which is totally okay. But yeah, as you can see, he's been very, very busy getting everything sorted out. In the next few days, this car will be finished and done, and it'll be off the body and paint. Oh, we can also show you guys this. This has all been changed now, so this actually all clears and looks really nice. Let's just sit this in here. Oof. Just look at this, guys. Damn, Steve. Need to come see you when I need some welding done.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good, man. The intercooler's all piped up. I like this. So good. And he's welded all the bungs and stuff on underneath in here, just for the big anti-lag valve as well as the IAT sensor. You can see the injectors all lined up perfectly fine too. So we just swapped them straight over and they went right in. We were a little bit worried here. As you can see, it's very close to the factory VCT feed here, but it just cleared, so really lucky there. The return line connects up here, and while usually I like hiding my lines on the bottom, I think this is better for easy access. And if you're running the shorter style injectors, which we probably will in the future, it's very hard to get a fitting in there and service it or do whatever you need to do there. So I kind of appreciate that on the top actually. But yeah, otherwise everything's coming together really nice and clean. This thing's starting to look really sick. Steve's in the process now of changing some more lines for cooling and stuff like that, so we'll have a good look at that in a bit. But yeah, everything's starting to really come together quite nicely on the car. Excited to see this thing finished in the next few days. So Steve's finished with a bunch of fabrication work right now, and he's working on his little custom coolant mod for the JZs. And Steve's welded up this piece here, which normally is a straight through shot from the top radiator hose down to the thermostat housing. Is this just something that you do to stop, like for better cooling? Is that what you found on like Fustow's car?
Yeah.
Same thing?
So,
Is this what everyone does?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. There you go. So there you go, learning a bunch about the JZs and these little kind of quirky things that people do. Makes sense though, I mean like in an OEM application that's fine, the two connected like that and water flowing. But I guess with drifting it makes sense because you want that path, that single path, and it's more direct and it kind of like helps everything cool down faster and you're not like mixing cold and hot right here. You'd rather the cold mix through the engine than come out and absorb all that heat, right? I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. So we've been busy trying to work out the water lines right now. Steve's changed this rear point here to an AN fitting. So we're gonna be running a water line from here into the turbo and then from here into the water neck here. So I guess fresh water is gonna flow kind of like this way in. And he finds that that's like a really good method of solving the whole issue where a lot of people have to put like a filler neck there and a breather so that they can bleed their motor properly. And they find that this really helps like using the turbo water line there as a way of like getting all the air pushed out. So that's kind of cool. We are finding though that a lot of the lines are not going to match up obviously with now how we've changed things and also the turbo. So we're just in the process of making new lines. We're playing around with this one, but we're going to have to use a 45 here because it gets way too close to the flange here and we don't like that. Earlier this morning, all of my tires got delivered. This is what I ordered for like practice in the first round. There's like 36 tires here. Actually, I think 4 or 2 are missing and they're shipping them, which is just some 235s that I got to test on the front. But most of them are all 265s. And these are the new drift tires by Yokohama. These actually look much better than the other ones. These are the new, I think they're like AD09s or something. And they see how they've all marked them. So we're not we're not allowed to resell these or anything. The AD09s, yeah. Really kind of nice looking tire. I'm excited to drive on these and see what they feel like. These are like a special drifting tire compound, because Yokohama a while ago actually stopped making drift specific tires, and they only just started making them again, I think, in the last year or so. So I'm pretty excited to try these out and start actually testing the car with the tires that I'll be competing in. Every single one of the tires is marked. FDJ2 for race only. I like that they've all got the Advan logo on there. That's really cool. I like that a lot. The tread pattern looks cool too. We'll maybe later on today I might try mounting some to some of the new wheels and get those all situated. That'd be kind of cool to. I mean, we can put it on the car, but that's not going to give us a good idea of what the final thing's going to look like until it's painted and everything, right? So we have no aero on the car right now either. I'm going to start working on mounting these wheels, and it's still so freaking cool. Man, I did not expect to be working with this company anytime soon. I mean, I was hoping that it would one day happen, but man, I'm so hyped. All right, let's get these stickers in the right spot. What does it say here on the diagram? So from the tire valve, 1, 2. 1, 2, so it needs to go on this spoke. All right, let's get that done. I'm not gonna lie, this was super nerve-wracking to do. Oh, but it looks so good. Damn. How is it that a sticker just makes a wheel look that much better? You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, we're gonna be using the rubber stem valve, Scheider valves or whatever they're called. The metal ones are really cool, but on a drift car, it's better generally to use the rubber ones. They seem to just cop a lot more abuse and you don't have any leaking issues, especially in competition. Last thing you want is one of them to leak, and generally the rubber ones are better for that. So I'm gonna start putting all the trash in here. I'm gonna keep my valves so we don't get those mixed up, and start going through all of these and get them all set up and mounted. Here it comes. So, a little bit of an update. All the water lines into the turbo are done. The only fittings we had though were these blue and red ones, but we'll change them out later when we got time, when we change out the exhaust manifold and stuff like that at a later date. For now, as long as it's all hooked up and it's gonna work, that's all I care about. These are making the trans tunnel shifter hole a little bit bigger. Since we got the correct engine mounts in here, it gets the engine sitting in the right spot. The shifter won't go into gear anymore because it's hitting. So he's cutting the hole a bit bigger for us. But otherwise, everything's kind of done. Got the bracket made for the throttle cable. He's making a lot of loud noises. But that'll solve that problem. Man, this looks so good. The Advan Yokohama tires with the wheels, it just looks so good. Fasto, what do you think? Are you jealous? Please tell me you're jealous.
I'm not jealous.
You're not jealous?
I have black wheels too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like the wheels. I always like this type of wheels.
right, they look so sick.
Even the old ones look cool.
Yeah, dude, I love the RGD series. Yeah, the ones on the Z, they're really nice.
RG3?
RGDs, the original ones. They're the cool ones in my opinion. They never break. I've never seen like RGD wheels unless you like smash into a wall. Like, you know, every wheel will break at a certain point. But,
light,
you know, yeah, pretty light. The tire's pretty heavy though.
No.
The tires are heavy. Yeah, see me? See, I work out. I go to the gym.
yeah.
They look great. It's gonna look sick on the car. I can't wait till all the aero and the paint's
So
done.
you're gonna stone the car.
Today? Nah, no point, no aero. Also, we still got to change arms and
No
things.
point to leave that wheels.
Exactly, and we have to do the rear calipers still. And also, I don't want these on the car when it goes to paint because there will be overspray. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Just use the sheet ones.
Yeah, that's it. They look so good. I'm excited to try these tires. They look cool. Maybe I should throw some on the Z tomorrow and go shred.
I'm gonna break this.
I'm just kind of messing around now, but I went and grabbed the spare one and set it there because, like, could you just imagine for a second how insane this would be? Like, just, like, imagine we just, like, plumb that in there. We'll see what Steve's reaction is when he gets out of the car. It just looks so good chilling there. Could you imagine for a second that, like, rocking up to FDJ2 and pop the hood and you got, like, twins sitting there? My God, you'd make people go crazy. But for real though, this is only a 3 liter. We want to at least have a 3.4 in here to be spooling both of those up. All right, can we get into reverse now, Steve? All gears work? Nice.
Reverse.
First, second, third, fourth. Nice. Give me your best turbo impression. Go. Come on. Hey, that was nice. That was some SR TD06 action. That's what that sounded like. Nice, bro. When you're finished in there, I've made some changes to the engine bay. You might need to fabricate some more stuff. But I think we're changing direction of the hot side. You think you can fabricate 2 downpipes?
For what?
You'll see later. We change everything, bro. Could you imagine for a second there? No, not good. No chance. We'll wait till he gets out of the car a bit. Oh, it looks so good. It's a cool dream, but this just would not happen in an S15. It would be so hard to do big twins in an orientation here with this here. Like if this was deleted and moved inside the car, then you could make it happen. But yeah, with the master and the booster there, there's just no way I see that fitting without, yeah, definitely not turbos this size. I mean, we don't even have the rear housing on this one. It's just the super core, but still. I mean, I'm sure you guys know, but Garrett sent me a few spares, so we're good in case the anti-lag, you know, has its way with this one. We have spare turbos, so that's where I pulled this one from. But yeah, it looks good. Steve, you reckon you can fabricate this whole thing up?
Nope.
Fit both of them? It looks cool though, you have to admit.
Yeah.
Just imagine for a second. 3.6 liter,
Big turbo.
big compound setup. We'd get like a G40 and then a G35 feeding that, or a G30 feeding that. That'd be so responsive and cool. Hey Garrett, let's make that happen someday. Let's do that. Maybe next season, we do a G45 and then a G30 feeding that one. We might as well just add 2 more. Let's make it a quad turbo S15. All right, we're gonna stop talking rubbish. It's looking good. Steve, thank you so much for all your hard work, bro. I know we're still waiting for parts to come and wrong parts are rocked up and all that kind of stuff, and it's a struggle. And I know you were sick as well earlier this week.
Yes.
I appreciate you, man. I love you. My hand's full, so I'll give you a shoulder bump, okay? Love you, bro. Thank you so much. Everything's looking sick. Chocolate is quite good. Oh my god. Dude, convenience stores in Japan are the best for this stuff, right? You just can't just go to like a 7-Eleven in Australia and get that.
I check and look. Everything scares you to buy.
The only thing that's good about 7-Eleven in Australia is the frozen slushies. The drinks from the slushie machine, it's like,
it's good?
yeah, so good.
Yeah, I see a lot of kids buying that. I don't know if it's good now.
So good. There's a slushie day in Australia and you can bring your own cup. I kid you not, people will bring a cone, you know, witch's cone, the big orange cone. They seal the bottom and bring it in and fill the whole thing up. They can't stop you. Yeah, you're allowed to. People bring in buckets, bro. Like
It's only Australia.
yeah.
You can have the mushroom.
No, I'm good. I've had enough. I gotta go focus on working out. Gotta get fit.
Yokohama.
Gotta get fit, you know. So we're in the car right now trying to work out handbrake position. And I kind of really like it here. And I think this is what's gonna work really nice. We're gonna try and get a quick release on as well so we know the wheel's in the right place too. I'm gonna mount in the Master 2 and make sure it's gonna clear everything here, but I'm thinking like right about here is gonna be perfect. Kind of like coming towards me here. And then it should be good. This wheel still needs to come closer to me by a little bit, so once we add the quick release, that'll help with that. While sitting here, I was playing around with the pedals a little bit, and the throttle is really kind of still heavy. And I reached out to Alex, the owner of Plasma Man, and he explained to me that they have different spring kind of levels for the throttle bodies, and the one that we've got is actually more designed for like really crazy big boost applications like drag racing, so that's why it's like super stiff. And he's going to send me a different throttle body that's more of a lighter spring, more designed for what I want, so that should make the pedal feel for throttle a lot less stiffer and heavy. Right now it actually kind of like, it's a lot of strength to push that in. I don't think I've ever felt a throttle that heavy before. Ah, sir, thank you. Bring in the goods. We got a quick release, throw that on, and then the wheel should be in the right position. We got the quick release on. With this NRG wheel, this is not the wheel I'm gonna run. This is like a 50mm deep dish one, so it's a little too close to me. When I change to the Nardi wheel I wanna run, it'll be much better and more in like my position. With the Hydro, we've pretty much figured out the location of that. We've just got it sitting there for now, but it's gonna roughly be about here, a little bit behind the wheel, but in a good spot for my arm to like really reef on it. And also making sure there's clearance there for my hand on the shifter, so that when I'm shifting from like, you know, second to third and fourth, my knuckle isn't gonna smash into the handle because that would hurt. But yeah, otherwise, we all gooch. We are all done. Wait, oh, I gotta push the thing on that. Of course, safety's on this one. And I can't, can I do it one-handed? Nope, no, I can't. All right, well, anyways, quick release is on. This is not the wheel I'm gonna use, and we got mounting position sorted. So now Steve can make brackets and make it work, right, Steve? We're a little exhausted. All right, guys, it's getting pretty late now. I need to go to the hotel and I need to edit a video, and I got a bunch of work to do to process all of the pre-orders and get all that all situated so that that's all gonna arrive on time. Hopefully right before we have to fly out to Australia in a little bit. But before we go, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you, sir. And Fasto, appreciate you and your Instagram skills. Let's go. I just finished eating at Denny's and they just closed, but I was able to edit a fair bit. And this place is kind of creepy at nighttime. For Japan, like obviously I've lived around Tokyo and Yokohama for quite some time now, and it does not get this dark. Like, it's pretty cloudy right now, but usually you can actually see the stars here in Koriyama, which is kind of cool. Anyways, gonna jump in the Z, head to my favorite hotel, and we'll pick it up from there. This is what I'm talking about, guys. The road up to the hotel, really dark and sketchy. In fact, it's kind of normal. On a cooler night, you'd have fog everywhere and you get that like Silent Hill kind of vibe. Definitely a little creepy, but always part of the fun. It's kind of like a nice Togo road. We made it, guys. Yes. It's pretty much a traditional Japanese hotel room, but I've got beds instead of tatami on the floor. To be honest, futon on the floor. That's the tatami. My bad. Honestly, I don't mind either way. They're just as comfortable. It's just whether or not you like being above the ground a little bit than on the ground, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's pretty chill hotel. You guys know it. It's Mount Inn. But I think this is where we're going to end today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Once again, a lot of crazy stuff happening. We're just trying, like, it's crunch time. We're trying to get as much done as we can so that we make all of our crazy deadlines and, you know, just, you know the deal. Parts either come late, the wrong parts come, or what you think you needed wasn't what you needed, and yeah, all out of our control. But we're making do with what we have, and we're confident we're going to make it on time. Hopefully the paint and body guy can somehow make it happen a couple days earlier just so we can make practice days and things like that, but we also got to get the livery done, and it's hectic. But hope you guys understand. I hope this gives you a really good insight into everything that's going on and the craziness behind it, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for all your support, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm going to get some sleep. Peace out. Oh, like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace out. Jump up.